Thanks, Pat. Brothers and sisters, I have a confession to make. I'm nervous about saying this, but I was born in England. My parents were Pakistani. I was brought up in Liverpool, and I came to study in Scotland in 1986. I ended up staying in the city of Glasgow and falling in love, marrying and having 2 children. And I've spent most of my life believing in the Union, but I no longer believe that we should be ruled by Westminster. No politician or banker really knows what the future holds for us, but anything must be better than the decades of austerity we have been told to expect. Scotland has never voted in the last 30 years to be ruled over by the Tories, and I think enough is enough. As for the No campaign, for the likes of Alistair Darling, Jim Murphy, Tony Blair, David Cameron, Nick Clegg, I have one message. Our children's future will not be decided by a coalition of hypocrites, of liars, of war criminals, of Tories and mini-me Tories. And it is depressing that over the summer, the media and some politicians have focused on the phony debates rather than what independence would actually mean. Gordon Brown claims our Olympic success was based on the Union, but whether it was Andy Murray or Mo Farah, Chris Hoy or Bradley Wiggins, we love them all. The Olympics are over, and our politicians need to move on and stop thinking that flag waving will advance their cause one way or another. The reality for millions is one of economic misery. Why should people have their jobs destroyed, their services wrecked in order to pay out for the bankers' bailout? Westminster handed £1.4 trillion to the bankers, but now we're told that we must pay through closed hospitals, slashed living standards, and a future of unemployment. That is why I would urge all the people here and the people of Scotland on October the 20th to attend the anti-cuts, the anti-austerity march taking place in Glasgow and taking place in London. We have also a Prime Minister that time and time again claims to stand by our soldiers. We stand by them so much, we pay them so little that their families are means tested. They live in houses you wouldn't put a dog in. We send them ill-clad, ill-equipped, without armour, on a pack of lies into war after war. Westminster has bred despair, contempt and fear, and I am tired of the fact that every general election, the bookies and the media speculate on who will win, but it was always clear in Scotland who the losers will be. The pensioners, the sick, the poor, the unemployed. With devolution, the people of Scotland took their first step in 300 years to determining their own destiny. 15 years later, we still don't have a real choice. And the reason why I want an independent Scotland is I want to live in a nuclear-free Scotland. I want a Scotland that withdraws our soldiers from the killing fields of Afghanistan. I want a justice system that is worthy of a 21st century civilised society. I want to live in a Scotland which is measured by each other's happiness, not each other's misery. We have the power to fight for a new Scotland. A decent Scotland that will give men and women the chance to work, that will give our young a future and all security. Westminster no longer has the power to dictate what we should think, what we should create, or what we should produce. We are sick of being told we cannot govern ourselves. The destiny of our children is at stake. And the future of an independent Scotland must be a means for a bigger dream, and that bigger dream must mean the ending of poverty, of ignorance and inequality of opportunity. That is the bigger dream. And brothers and sisters, I want to close by saying that every protest, every march will give rise to a spirit of resistance and defiance, and what we do in the days and the months ahead can make a difference to future generations. And I'm not ashamed to say it, I thought about it several times and I decided I would, that every time I watch that film, Braveheart, where William Wallace leads the battle with a cry, "They may take our lives, but they will never take our freedom," I felt inspired. Well, today, I feel inspired again. The soul of Scotland, long suppressed, is finally finding its voice to give reality to our dreams. And the first step in a long road to a march for independence. Thank you, brothers and sisters.